Well, this is Bob for the old Iron Liber channel, and welcome back to the shop. This is going to be Odds and Ends episode number 6, and I've been accumulating things for quite a while, and I thought, well, this is the time to put it together because it's kind of a special day today. Today is the day where I hit 2,500 subscribers. Now, that's a pretty good milestone for me. Now, for the likes of Adam Booth and those folks, you know, 1 million is nice, you know, or 100,000 I should say. 100,000 is nice. I'm a long way from that. But as I said in one of my other videos, you know, thinking about it, if I had all 2,500 of my subscribers, it would take a pretty good size auditorium to fill it up, and I am downright happy with that. So thank you very much for subscribing and supporting the channel. And you know, I don't look for monetary support, but just you know, thumbs up, likes, subscriptions, that kind of stuff, good comments. Anyway, so let's get on with the video. All the videos up till now, I've been using this Sony Handycam. It's a pretty nice little camera. It's got a remote, so I can zoom, you know, I can turn it on and off and all that. It's got a flip over screen. It's got, you know, a heck of a zoom. I forget, it's like a 20 power zoom. It's HD sound. You know, it's a nice little camera. And it's got this little place on top where you can put, it's a smart shoe. And you can put Sony manufactured appliances or accessories onto it. So I thought, well, I'll get myself a remote mic. I've been wanting one, and my sound varies depending on how close I'm standing and how much background there is, how close I'm to the camera. So I bought one. I checked the Sony site to see what cameras it's compatible with, or what ones are compatible with my camera. Somehow I misread the chart, and I got a nice remote mic system, but it doesn't go for my camera. In fact, the more I looked at it, they don't make one to go for my camera, and it's all Sony only stuff. So I thought, you know, I've been wanting to upgrade this camera anyway, so rather than give up on this whole thing, I bought another camera that's similar to that, but it's newer. And the hot shoe fits the microphone I got, and here's the little mic that I'm using to talk into. And I've tested it out, you know, 20-30 feet away, which is as far as I ever get, and it works great. I want to, you know, I'm using it right now, and I hope you guys like the sound now better than what I had before. It saves me a lot of editing too, because what I've had to do in the past is some things, my voice is pretty quiet, sometimes it's kind of loud, and I have to go into each clip and adjust the volume and then stitch all the clips together when I'm editing videos. So this ought to save some time and make for nicer videos. Let me know what you think. Right at the moment, we're in the middle of the COVID-19 sickness. Everybody should try to help, or not everybody maybe, but most people should try to help wherever they can. You know, people are trying to have companies around the world that are trying to print, you know, 3D masks, and other guys are building ventilators, and on and on and on. And the only way I've been asked to help, and it's a small help, is 3D print some straps that goes around the back of the healthcare provider's head or by their neck. And if they have the kind of mask, the surgical mask that has the strap around the ears, their ears get sore after a 12-hour shift of doing all this. So this thing gives them a place to clip these straps so that they aren't resting on their ears, they're resting on the back of their head via this little strap. Anyway, so I've been 3D printing them, and there's a little, you know, clip of the 3D printer and the process and whatnot. So I have relatives in the healthcare industry, and I actually came from the healthcare industry before I retired. And they've requested that I plant up a bunch of these mask holders. A while back I bought a new truck, or used new truck. Well, one of the things that's bugged me for a long time is tire chains. So I bought a pair of tire chains to fit these that my old ones didn't fit. And if those of you who don't live in Florida, you probably are used to putting not used to putting tire chains on, but generally, if we don't think ahead, which is me, we get almost stuck or stuck somewhere, and now we've got to put the tire chains on instead of doing it before you're at the bottom of the hill. So anyway, one of the things that happens is it's cold out, it's usually blowing snow, and you pull the tire chains out of the back of your truck and they are twisted and tangled and they're a mess. And I thought, you know, that's the last place I want to have a tangled up tire chain. I want to be able to lay this thing out nice, make sure it's right side up, roll over it, whip the ends together, and off I'm going. So I made a couple of little holders for my tire chains, one for each side. And I didn't show any machining, just show you the tire chains because it's nothing to make them. You'll see that when you see the video here. And people always ask me, why is one yellow and one blue? Because I had a little bit of blue paint left in one can and a little bit of yellow paint left in the other. So one of them was yellow and one of them was blue. So anyway, I think this is this is a pretty neat way to store tire chains. Here's a little project I worked on recently. I didn't save any of the machining video, but I just got tire chains for a new truck and decided having had to chain up many times, I'm not going to fight with the things anymore. If you've ever had to do this more than once, the problem is you get chains out of the bag, you're snowing, you're up knee deep in mud, and you're trying to get them set up, and they're tangled up. And so you lay them out, you untwist them, and about 10 minutes later you've got them, coated in mud and more or less straightened out. Then you can back onto them, hook them up. So now, with this deal, whenever I take them off or have them laid out on the shop floor or something, I load them into this rack, and it will be just right when I go to pull them out. And I'll give you a view here in a second. Okay, I thought I'd show you the tire chain thing in action. Put it up behind my truck. Pull the linch pins off. Pull the retainer off. And start pulling the chain out. There's the chain already laid out, no twists or anything. This happens to be upside down right now, but just got to flip it over. Well, I thought since I mentioned the tire chains, I would show you the rest of the truck too. So I got tired of having all kinds of loose stuff floating around in the back of the truck, so I got 3 big old duffel bags. The green one has got spare clothes, coveralls, all that kind of stuff. The black one has tarps and moving blankets and that sort of thing. And the red one is the emergency kit. Give you a little closer look at the stuff in the emergency kit. This is a safety seal tire plugging kit. and they're kind of a handful, but they're a lifesaver. Emergency kit, this is the law enforcement version, which is basically got wound care, band-aids. It's got some, I think they call it Celex, which is a gel crystals that you put over a wound. It seals it, stop the bleeding. Got the big brand new toe strap and some big clevises for it. A couple of tire chocks, safety vest, nice heavy battery cables. This is the triangles, and there we have the fuse kit. First compartment, got all my long straps, short straps, loop straps, all the miscellaneous little straps for holding tarps in place, things like that. And all my clevises and pens and all that kind of stuff over here. Second door. Hitches. And the tire chains. And the third door, we have the funnels and an empty compartment. Also, before I go over the other side, underneath is a 1500 watt pure sine wave inverter, and yeah, I can use small tools and things like that with it. On the right side, we have a little toolbox and workstation, and the extension cord on this side underneath there, it comes over from the inverter, so I can work off the right side of the truck. The orange bag has the it's just towels and rags and things like that. I think it has a tube of hand cleaner in there and that kind of thing. Fire extinguisher on the end of the toolbox. Miscellaneous pliers and chisels and hammers. More miscellaneous tools. These little things here, they're just kind of a semi-stiff foam rubber. Just keeps the things from rattling too much. Socket sets. Got metric and American, half 3/4 or half 3/8 and 1/4, and then all the handles and ratchets and things. Try to keep them from rattling a little bit. That don't work very well. Over here is all the end wrenches. Zip ties, I think, in there. And then in the bottom here, I don't have anything in there, but if I bring something out, you know, power tools or whatever miscellaneous stuff I want to put in there. And then the whole thing used to rattle, so I made this this bar. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a rubber pad on it here and a rubber pad on it here. Well, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Kind of a short one, and like I say, it's miscellaneous stuff. We have some more project videos in the pipe coming down. If you liked everything, well, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please subscribe. I love new subscribers, and I welcome you to my family of 2,500 others. And you know, if you have a comment you'd like to make, it's not too snarky, well, let me know and leave a comment. And till next video, well, happy trails.